most important in Byzantine music is not the voice, but the soul.
When your journey began in the Byzantine music, like what age you were there then?
Yes, I started at the age of 8 years old.
How come from Byzantine music, which is something like a sacred art, you come to criminal law?
If we surrender ourselves to God, we follow a plan which later or sooner relieves itself. But only if we ourselves surrender ourselves to God's plan. Όσον ζεις φαίνου, μηδέν ολόσι λείπου, προς ολίγον αισθητό ζήν. Το τέλος ο χρόνος απαιτεί.
You can follow her channel, YouTube channel, Nektaria Karantzi. You can follow her on Instagram and Facebook. And you have to come to the concert in Bucharest on 9 December on Palace of Patriarchy. Nektaria Karantzi will be our special guest. And I hope that we'll have more concerts in Romania to listen and cultivate the Byzantine chant.
Armonia Lumina, un podcast susținut de Smith & Smith, instituție de plată care aduce familiile mai aproape de 24 de ani.
Dear friends, welcome again at Armonia Lumina podcast. So, as I promised you before, we will have some international guests here in our podcast because we want to promote Byzantine music as she is a very big treasure of the nation world. We are talking about sacred music that is performed in all of the countries, talking about Greece, Romania, and all the Balkans and Christian countries. So today we are focusing on the Greece because Greece is having her roots for Byzantine music. And as you all of you know, the best Greek Byzantine music sounds from the Senmount, Athos, till Thessaloniki, and many other cities. So for this subject for today, talking about the Byzantine music from Greece, we have a special guest directly from Athens. So here with us is an international singer and Byzantine chanter, Nektaria Karantzi.
Thank you, Mina, for your invitation. It's a great pleasure to be on your podcast, and I am greatly appreciate the work you do to spread Christianity and Byzantine music around the world. You do it great.
Ευχαριστώ, as I say.
Παρακαλώ.
Thank you so much for being with us today. I know that we made a lot of effort trying to find the best way to travel, to set up the podcast. So
yes, but we did it.
We did it finally today.
Finally.
So I'm very happy that we are here. I know that we are scheduling this for 2 months at least. And I firstly want to appreciate and send you all the congratulations for your last performance on Constanța.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I'm very happy that it was a premiere in Constanța, and the public was amazed for your voice and for your performance.
It's my honor. Thank you.
So we are very happy to see that. So that's why I think this interview, it's something that the people are waiting for. The public wants to know more about you. I know that you are an international singer and you perform in all of the countries where the Byzantine music is highly appreciated. And I know that is your second time here in Romania. Mm-hmm. So I wish to know more about your story regarding this musical career. And I want to firstly understand when your journey began in the Byzantine music, like what age you were there then?
Yes, I started at the age of 8 years old. Actually, the one who inspired me to follow this path was my spiritual father, Saint Porfirios of Kavsokalivitul. He was also the spiritual father of my whole family. He asked my parents when I was 8 years old to have me learn Byzantine music and to let me chant Byzantine hymns in the church during the divine liturgies. I have to say that Saint Porfirios, this well-known and enlightened saint of our times, loved Byzantine hymnography very much and liked Byzantine music chanted by women during the divine liturgies, and for that reason, in his times, he gave the idea and blessed the creation of a women choir chanting during the divine liturgies in the church that was located near his monastery. In this choir, I made my first step in Byzantine music under his blessings at the age of 8 years old. Later, of course, I became a psaltria, that means woman chanter in Greece, in his monastery. And this is the beginning of my story. And of course, it was not a smooth path.
As I can see that all that comes to highlight, from illuminating mind, they are starting to have struggle in their life. I saw that many times. So for those who don't know, who was Saint Porfirios Kavsokalivitul?
He's one of the most important figures in the Orthodoxy, let's say, one of the most important saints of our times. And we are blessed, all we had this opportunity to meet him and to have him as spiritual father.
So, do you remember the first lessons that he gave you?
He didn't give me any lesson, but asked my parents to have me learn Byzantine music.
Give education in this field.
Yes, exactly. But loved Byzantine hymnography, and every time he gave me different advices. Let's say, before you start, you have to read the text, you have to read the lyrics, and to know whom you are addressing to. And while chanting, keep nothing in your mind but the holy person you are addressing to. This is something important for him, to be concentrate on the holy person you are addressing to with the hymn.
You're talking about when you're singing a manuscript or a hymn,
yes,
to focus on the saint is the hymn dedicated to.
Exactly. And this is the point. Before the music is the text, is the meaning. And the purpose of this music, because the purpose of this music is to serve the church and to serve the prayer and not to show off ourselves,
So, as I understand, your family was an Orthodox Christian. How you are doing the ritual of praying? Like you are going each Sunday on the Divine Liturgy? You're praying together for this.
We started in this church I mentioned before. This church was located near the monastery of Saint Porfirios in a place that's called Malakasa. And here is my first experiences in the church and in the chanting, of course, with my family, because also my parents were spiritual children of Saint Porfirios.
That is an amazing start for sure, and I imagine that it's a true blessing to have someone as a father, a spiritual, like an angel,
true
that can cover you and can, to be a mentor for you.
And actually, he was the one who gave me the strength and the power to keep going, because this path wasn't smooth at all. I had to fight, and especially I had to fight to this part of people who pretend to be Christians, but they are not. And allow me to say that they are the ones who bring our Christianity, who bring our church into disrepute because of their theological ignorance and because of their deep prejudice. But I was prepared for that by my spiritual father himself, so it was not possible for me to be disappointed. I knew what I was up against, and I know, actually.
So after the struggle, you decide to be a really fighter, So you finished law at Aristotle University of Thessaloniki, and you have a doctoral candidate in criminal law. So how come from Byzantine music, which is something like a sacred art, you come to criminal law?
Okay, my first goal, let's say, was the studies and not so much the Byzantine music. I believe that all of us, we follow a path, we follow a plan, let's say better. If we surrender ourselves to God, we follow a plan which later or sooner relieves itself. But only if we ourselves surrender ourselves to God's plan. And I'm saying this because even though I started Byzantine music at a tender age, I was never dreamed to become a Byzantine chanter.
Really?
Yes,
it was
never,
not a dream?
No, I was never dreamed to become a Byzantine chanter or to perform around the world with Byzantine hymns or to inspire other women to do the same. I have refused this plan many times, and I have resisted many times in the past. Obviously, it seems that God had a different plan, and sometimes I feel that I follow something that surpasses me. So my first goal was only studies, and this is something that, of course, I did, but now all my life is around Byzantine music.
So when it was the moment that you accept that this is your destiny?
I don't remember exactly. I know that it was a smooth path. I realized that the most of my time every day is around the Byzantine music. So I remembered Saint Porfirios. You will study, it's okay, but keep the music. Keep the music in your life. You don't know what God's plan is.
So do you believe like our life, do you believe it's a matter of destiny, of fate, or it's a plan?
I feel, I don't know, but I feel that I follow a plan because it was not in my, in my purposes.
Mm-hmm. It was not an objective. I want to do this and target this.
Yes, exactly. So I follow this. But I am happy, of course.
I think this is what it gives you, Byzantine music. It gives you a lot of happiness inside.
Yes, of course. A lot of happiness, yes. And I try to keep it that on stage. It's difficult with so many people, but I'll try to keep these precious words of Saint Porphyrios, to keep in mind the holy person and to concentrate on it. It's something that helps me a lot.
So you have him as a mentor. You finished Byzantine music and you have a diploma in this in Byzantine School of Music, and you have been taught by Dimitris Verikios. Who was Dimitris Verikios?
Yes, he's one of my Byzantine teachers. Of course, my first mentor, let's say, is Saint Porphyrios, but I feel great gratitude to my Byzantine teachers and especially to Mr. Dimitris Verikios, who is the teacher who has supported me the most on this field. So,
when you started to learn Byzantine music, after so many years of performing in this and having a lot of professors and teachings, how did you see the Byzantine music? Like, you see it as a science, you see it as an art, you see it as a music, like as a discipline?
I think that my role on this field is related to the woman's role in church. As you may know, the main field of my interests and my theological studies is the women chanters.
You have a PhD in women chanters.
This is, yes, where I have dedicated my PhD in Theology School of Athens under the guidance of my supervising professor, Mr. Konstantinos Belezos. My goal is to reveal, is to show all the problems related to the woman chanter's role in the church, and especially the misinterpretations of the words of Apostle Paul. It is known that Apostle Paul has been accused of misogyny, which is not true at all. It is also known that they have misinterpreted his words about the silence of women in church, and they considered much more that he refers especially to women chanters and to the chanting, which is not true at all as well. And it's worth noting that there is not even half a holy canon that forbids women to chant. So this is my purpose, to speak the truth about this topic. And I feel that this is something that I owe to my spiritual father, who, following the spirit of Jesus Christ, following the true spirit of Christian Orthodox tradition, blessed not only me, but many other women and girls, his spiritual children in Greece, to follow this path, to learn Byzantine music, to chant in the church during the divine liturgies.
So from your PhD and experience, true experience on the stage, why are women so bad received in the psaltic area by men?
Because, I think...
from where this comes, like where is the root from this?
The magic word, let's say, is misinterpretations, misconceptions, deep prejudice, and especially for those people that reserve all these prejudices. These prejudices have to do, among the other things, with the figure of the female gender. And especially the role of the woman in general within the church. So this is the problem. The problem is our theological ignorance, but sometimes I think that the problem is not only that. All these misconceptions and misinterpretations are Jewish influences, and this is something that we have to pay attention on it.
So how you see now a Christian woman in this modern culture?
I think that many things have changed, of course, but we have to keep going. We have to make some big steps, and I think that the history has spoken. We have chanters in Byzantine era. Modern theological and musicological research have proven that. So history has spoken. Theologians, critical theologians and scholars have also spoken. Important clergy, some of whom are university professors, have also spoken. What remains is the church to take a position, a real position, an official position, a clear position about this topic, about the role of the women chanters, so that all these misconceptions, prejudices, misinterpretations that disturb our church on many levels, not only on that of the female chanters, can stop.
I know that you know this because if you studied, of course you know a lot of examples in the Bible.
Of course.
We have female Christians that they have a huge role from Ruth to Saint Anna, the mother of Mother Theotokos, to Elizabeth, and
of course,
a lot of
many
examples that we have from Maria Magdalena and so on, that we cannot say that the female Christian is not important, or she doesn't have an authority to sing or to chant or be around the psalms. But I still consider that the modern days and the psalms from today are still considering not giving the right level of authority of the female chanter. And here I want to mention something, and you know better than I do. We will have in the movie a special time for this, for talking about Saint Kassiani. Saint Kassiani was a big composer and Byzantinologist, and I know that she's very well appreciated, and I want to ask you if you have included in your repertoire also songs from Saint Kassiani.
Yes, of course, because we have some special examples of her work, and this is something that always be included in my repertoire. And Kassiani is one of these examples, and it's something that has been accepted because she is hymnographer.
Yes.
But the woman chanter is something different, and there are not so many who knows that there were a Byzantine woman choir in Hagia Sophia, in Constantinople.
We didn't know this.
Adosse. Yes, the modern musicological and theological researches have proven that. We had the Adosse. Who knows about the Adosse?
Do you know?
No, nobody.
So where can we find this information, like official one?
I know that Mrs. Spirakou, Evangelia Spirakou,
we had her in Iași.
Made a great
study.
Yes, a great study about it. So it's, I think it's the reliable source about it.
I think she made a PhD in female chanter, in hymnography, talking also about Saint Kassiani.
Exactly.
After this challenge and after the mission that you took, you founded the Women Association of Female Chanter. When it was this time?
Yes, actually, when I started this effort, women were in shadows. Especially in Greece, the term psaltria, which means woman chanter, was unfamiliar and was an inevaluable term. So for that reason, I decided to found the Women in Byzantine Music Worldwide Association, which is currently the only cultural organization uniting female chanters from different places around the world. We have also choral ensembles even in Australia, as well as branches that offer teaching and several cultural activities in many countries.
How many members has today the Women Association?
From Greece, we have up 200. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not all of them, real chanters, but students.
Okay. They are beginners.
Yes, beginners.
Okay.
And also many members from different countries, and especially in Europe.
So that means you are making training like from different levels, like from beginner to advanced, or from which kind of levels?
We have also, I founded the School of Psaltries, and here we have all the levels, from beginners, and different teachers, of course.
So that means that a female chanter that is new into industry, that she wants to perform and have an education in this, she can register.
She can contact us, yes.
Okay, where can we find this information?
There is a website, Women in Byzantine Music Worldwide Association, and
they can register there.
Yes.
Okay. So what was the feedback of the chanter? For example, you took a beginner female chanter and you got her to the advanced level. What was her feedback after performing and get education from this association?
I have different examples in my mind because I have many students, you know, some of them beginners and some of them are now teachers. And what I used to say to them when they start this trip, let's say, in Byzantine music, is not to be afraid and not to be easily disappointed, and to approach this field of Byzantine music knowing that they are going to get tired, because the conquest of music is something difficult. It's an ascetic struggle, and not something that we bring to our limits, to the limit of our weakness. So this is important, and this is something that they finally understand, each of them, when she reach the end of the studies.
So, starting from this Women Byzantine Association, you started to give masterclass in different countries. First of all, it's France Liszt Academy of Music in Hungary and Sorbonne University in France. And your first time in Romania was the collaboration on the International Festival Byzantine Music in Iași with Saint Ephrem Male Choir.
I remember
How
it.
Was this
It
this
was
work?
a great experience, and I remember it, you know, with love, because you are so lovely people. You give your love so generously, and I think that there are so many common elements that unite us as countries, as peoples.
So, how was your first time in Iași, in Romania? How you felt the people, the public?
Very generous, and yes, I remember it with love.
I'm happy that you came a second time in Constanța, and the next one, it's on 9 December in Bucharest on the Palace of Patriarchy. It will be a very, very big event because it's gathering three cultures, Romania, Greece and Lebanon. So we are very curious to see that, and I want to ask you, because you are traveling many countries and you have international concerts, which are your most demanded songs of the public?
Okay, the most demanding. Actually, my demanding repertoire is not exactly from the Byzantine repertoire. Maybe I felt that the most demanding moment in my time was when I collaborated with Vasilis Tsabropoulos, because I had to reach a different level, the classical level that is there and not in our limits, you know. So this was my demanding time, to be in this difficult place with Vasilis, because Vasilis is a famous conductor, solo pianist and composer, and ECM artist, recording artist, and following the piano, it's something so demanding. Yes, this is the moment.
What about the Byzantine chants that when you are singing, like, people recognize your voice? I'm meaning of those chants that are most well known from your playlist. I'm talking about, I don't know, Kyrie eleison, Agni Partene, or as I see and I like very much. When I first discovered you, it was, I think, 3 years ago, I was listening The Lament of Constantinople.
The Lament of Constantinople,
I was like listening, crying of the fall of Constantinople. This is the feeling, like the crying after the Constantinople fell.
It's not exactly traditional, but something that looks like a cherubic hymn, and of course expresses all this pain for the loss of Constantinople. You know, this is something that pains even now the Greek peoples.
Yes, it's a true pain.
And not only the Greeks.
I will recommend it to search on YouTube and listen this. It's quite long, and it gives you a kind of state, because it's when you are listening to this song, you truly understand what Greeks feel when they see the Hagia Sophia now mosque.
Yes,
like
exactly.
It's a big burden, and it's a big sadness that you cannot express.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe then something much easier. What you prefer, you choose. What you can sing for us.
If you really want that, and what do you
wish? What it comes to your mind?
Okay, just a Kyrie lesson.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I was thinking now of your voice, and in your masterclass for the students, I wish to share with us just simple, advices to do's and not to do in the voice. Because now, when you are performing and also have students, and you deliver, the leverage of the Byzantine chant. So what are the to-dos and not to-dos in Byzantine chant as a vocal coach, I mean?
Yes, I know. Actually, even I have attended, lessons in vocal training, and I provide some of them. Most important in Byzantine music is not the voice. I have to follow the advice of my spiritual father and not say anything different, because this is the important, not the voice, but the soul. And to be honest on what you do, to be honest and respect. This is, I think, the most important thing is to respect the field in which we find ourselves. The respect shows the way. Respect is the only way. So this is my advice, and not something about the voice. The voice is here for Byzantine music. For every other kind, it's okay to follow vocal trainings and etc. But for Byzantine music, it's something deeper, and the voice is the second.
So you give more priority to the text than the voice.
The text and how you approach this repertoire. You approach to bring it to the limit of your weakness, or you approach it to respect it, whatever it means.
So what is your mindset before the concert? How you make your mindset before starting the concert?
I always concentrate, first of all, to my spiritual father, and bring his face in my eyes. And after that, on the stage, I try to keep the same. And his advice, of course, to concentrate on the text, to not see the people at all, to be in another world, if it's possible, because it's so difficult, you know that. It's not possible. But if, as you can, to do it, it's good.
Because you are in this field for many time, can you share with us what you like as a Byzantine chanter from the other countries? Like, do you admire any other Byzantine chanter or choirs?
And first of all, I'm very happy that there are many Byzantine chanters at last. It's so beautiful, and there are so many Byzantine chanters now that do it professionally, and this is perfect. I think it's a big step. I admire, of course, Ribal from Lebanon. Of course, from Lebanon we have so many voices that follow this path. I don't remember exactly, but I have collaborated in the past with some of them. And I know some beautiful voices from here.
Anna Nuță,
I'm
yes.
sorry. I'm sorry.
She's a Romanian, Byzantine chanter. She's very young.
Yes, but
she's very nice.
She's very nice. It's very nice. Yes.
I'm happy that we had her in Craiova,
Yes.
in Brașov, and we will have her also in Ploiești with Tronos group. So yes, she's very young, but she has a very good voice, and also she's singing opera. So she has a very good technique, but she also sings from 7 years old in monastery.
Okay, that's it.
So she has a background.
Makes sense.
Yes. And I know that in Constanța was your first collaboration with Marian Bostan, with Saint Vasile the Great.
Wonderful experience.
I want to ask you how it was the first time.
Marian's choir was one of the best choir I've ever collaborated. So many good voices there, and I appreciate the way that Marian approached the Byzantine chant and his modesty.
Yes,
and
he's very humble.
Yes,
Indeed.
I know.
I'm very happy that you find here a very good Byzantine chanter, and for sure that the public now knows you better.
Thank you for
they are looking forward.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, because I desired from many time to have you here and to sing live for the performance. So what are your next projects? What are your plans for next year?
We prepare some concerts in Australia.
Wow, this is quite far.
And
do we have there a public for this?
Yes, there is a public, and of course we have a choral ensemble, the Psaltres of Melbourne there. So we have women who learn Byzantine music, and there is one project more in Switzerland. These are the projects that I can, announce for the moment.
That's good. You must add also Romania, please.
Of course.
Because I'm sure that you'll have many other performances here in Romania.
Thank you so much.
Because, the public needs artists like you. They need a healing voice. They need someone to sing with their soul, to bring, the gifted, the talents that you have from when you're born, and also the received education from Saint Porfirio. So I'm very happy to have you here, and I'm
much,
so
Mina.
grateful.
You're so generous. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and we are looking forward to see you on 9 December.
I'm looking forward to.
I think we'll have some surprises. I don't know.
Okay.
But I will talk soon
like
with
surprises. Okay.
I will talk soon with the artistic manager, our Christian caravan. It's Ioan Balaban, the director, the conductor of Tronos Junior. And I'm sure he will find a way, and he make a proposal, and maybe we have a very good duet on 9 December.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to it. And I can hardly wait, because also we have the auspices of the Hellenic Republic Embassy in Romania. So I'm very happy to have the support of her ambassador, Miss Lily Gramatica. So it's for us, it's a big
it's an honor.
It's an honor
for all of us. Yes,
it's an honor for all of us, and I'm really happy to have the Greek culture, on the right side.
I know.
Because the roots of Byzantine music comes also from the Greek.
Yes,
so
that's true.
That's why
true.
we wish.
And the ancient Greek music has historically formed the basis of Byzantine music.
Yes, and I remember now, I want to tell you that the Greek community from Constanța, they really admired and appreciate that to sing that song, the most old song of the Greek ancient.
The Sikilos epitaph.
Yes.
Okay, if you want it,
yes,
I can repeat
we
it
can
in
make
Bucharest.
This, because I'm sure that many Greeks from Romania will follow and watch this podcast. So we'll dedicate this song for all the Greek community in Romania and all the public that it's with us today. And I wish you to follow Nektaria's work and to have her here most of the time in Romania. Besides Romania, Switzerland and Australia, we are also here for her.
Thank you so much, Mina.
Thank you so much.
You.
What is the meaning of this song?
While living, be happy, because the time is so short, the life is short, so live the time. Live your life now.
We need this. Yes. So when you are ready, you can sing to us, and then we will put this part on the final.
Τον επιτάφιο?
Yes.
Επιτάφιο, okay. Όσον ζεις φαίνου, μηδέν ολός λείπου, προς ολίγον αισθητό ζήν, το τέλος ο χρόνος απαιτεί.
Ευχαριστώ.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today,
Thank you,
Nektaria.
Mina. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, my dear friends, I hope that you had a very nice time with us. I hope you like the story of Nektaria, and I hope that from now on you will listen more and more Byzantine chanting for Nektaria. You can follow her YouTube channel, Nektaria Karantzi. You can follow her on Instagram and Facebook. And you have to come to the concert in Bucharest on 9 December on Palace of Patriarchy. Nektaria Karantzi will be our special guest. And I hope that we'll have more concerts in Romania to listen and cultivate the Byzantine chant. Thank you so much for being with us today, the Armonia Lumina podcast. I'm waiting for your comments and subscribe below. So keep in contact. And thank you also very much to our sponsors, Smith & Smith, and the other partners of us. We are looking forward to see you. Bye.